Yeah, hi everyone. I'm in GeroTech with Bryson, Sonali, and Nicholas, and I just finished my junior year studying gerontology. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, sure. We can go around. My name's Bryson. I started GeroTech last year, and we've had a few workshops so far. This is our first Zoom workshop. I can't stay, but my team is going to present on online shopping for groceries and food. So hopefully that'll be really helpful during this quarantine. And we're looking forward to holding future online workshops so that we can go over different topics that you guys might want to have covered.
Hi, I'm Sonali. I just graduated from USC this past semester in computer science. I am up in Seattle now with my family, and I'm very excited to be presenting to you today.
Hello, my name is Nicholas. It's a bit dark in here with the sound and everything with my family, but I just finished my junior year as well. I'm also majoring in gerontology, and I'll be graduating this fall.
Okay, so now I'm going to share the presentation. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Very attractive slide.
Yeah, so we're going to be presenting on food delivery with groceries and also ready-to-eat meals from restaurants as well. So for online grocery shopping, we're going to be covering two sites where you can order groceries from. One is called Instacart and then another from Rouse.
Okay, so I can get started here. So Instacart, what Instacart is, it's basically an application, and we'll go through the details on how to download and how to set everything up. But it's an application, it's an app where you can go on it and you can request different food items from your local markets that are on the app, and a third-party member will go and pick it up for you. And now with the pandemic and everything and with social distancing, you have the option to have it dropped off at your door. So there is no person-to-person contact. That you'll be notified when it's delivered, and then you can just pick it up at your front door. And so what they have is they have different membership statuses. So if you're an Instacart Express member, you'll get free shipping, but in order to get that free shipping and that free delivery, you have to pay $99 a year, which is pretty worth it if you're constantly having to order stuff from your local supermarket, because the delivery fees can add up. As you can see down here, that if you want it within an hour, they're going to charge you $8, and then for non-rush hour deliveries, it's anywhere from $6. And so a positive of this Instacart is that they don't have a stockpile of fresh produce in some warehouse like other local apps or other places do. All the produce is picked up from your local supermarket, Ralph's, different stores like that. So this is a very positive of the Instacart. And some cons that you might have to pay a little more on the app than if you were actually to go in store. But however, it creates more a safety environment for you and your family members as well. You also won't get any of the store sales. So if they have buy one, get one free, or buy one, get one 50% off on whatever produce or types of produce that you're trying to get, you won't get any of those sales. And you also won't be able to pick out the vegetables that you want. Let's say you're very particular on how red or how juicy you want your tomatoes. You won't be able to decide or pick that. It's up to the discretion of the third-party members. And then so if we go to the next slide, so these are some of the Instacart partnerships. So there's a lot of different members that you can join to a lot of different stores if you have one near your house or wherever you're living. So a big one here is Costco and Sam's Club, because Costco and Sam's Club require memberships. However, if you do order from the app, something from Costco or Sam's Club, you don't have to be a member as well, which is super nice. because the memberships are an added cost additional to whatever you're going to be buying. So a lot of different stores you could go and browse through and see what stores you like shopping at and which stores, if you have pets as well, that can deliver food and stuff like that. So this is just an overview of some of the more common ones. So if we go here, so if you're on an iPhone, these are mainly iPhone designated instructions, but if you not on an iPhone, we can also go through later if you have any questions as well. But you're going to be looking for this application here, and it's the App Store. And you're going to go in and you're going to type in Instacart. And this is the icon that you're going to be looking for. It's a little carrot, and you can see it's Instacart. And then you're going to end up hitting get, and it's going to prompt you to download it. And then so once you download it, then you're going to click on the app once it's downloaded and everything. And this is the screen you're going to get here on your far left. And you're going to hit get started for those who aren't members. And you're going to simply type in your email, or you can sign in with your Apple ID, if you're with your Facebook or Google, basically how you'd be signing up for any other, whether website, app, or different stuff like that. And then on the far right, you're going to end up typing in your zip code, so that way they can locate the different stores that are near you, which can be super helpful as well. And then, so this is another thing here. They're going to ask you if you want to share your location. I know this was a big concern of some of the of our other workshops with privacy and security and everything. So if you just click on allow while using the app, and that way they're not constantly tracking your whereabouts, and that way only when you're on the app can they know where your location is, so they can figure out what stores you want to be getting your groceries for. And so I live in Montebello, so this is my zip code. And so if you select the store to shop, you can go through the long list of stores that I had on the previous slide. And for the sake of the explanation, I clicked on Ralph's. So then we click on Ralph's, and then I put my delivery zip code, and then also it was no rush for the products that I'd be wanting to pick up. So I just put within 2 hours, so the delivery would be a little bit cheaper. And then so once you go in through the app, it's a bit tedious because it's not like if you go through the produce aisle, okay, this is where the produce is. If you go down the cereal aisle, you'll have cereal and a lot of other baked goods that you can do. You're going to have to go through it and locate the different items that you want. So here I've indicated that I want 4 bananas. And then if I wanted, let's say, mushrooms, then I can click on the mushroom package. And the picture is really nice, and it shows you what exactly, like the brand and everything that you're going to be getting. And then so I picked out everything that I wanted, and in the middle of the screen, you have my cart that I wanted. So I wanted 4 bananas, and then I wanted Alpine Crystal Geyser water, so one of those. And you basically go through and make sure you revise your cart, and you check to see that if you're missing anything, or if you have something that you don't necessarily need. And then so at the very bottom in green, you're going to see the checkout and your total, the total for the items that you're selecting to order. And then so you click go to checkout, and then once you go there, then it'll prompt you to input your address and all that good stuff, and all your payment information as well. You can also pay through Apple Pay, which is easier if you have it linked up. That way it's faster. And here in box number 12, you can add any specific instructions, whether you want them to leave them at at the front door, or you have any specific information that you want to pass along to them as well.
Okay, so I'll be going over Ralph's. So as Nicholas showed, that you can also order from Ralph's through Instacart, but with the Ralph's app, you can use the coupons that are available for your Ralph's, and also use your membership for Ralph's, and it's just like a more specific way of only ordering directly from Ralph's. So here are 3 of Ralph's services that they provide. So you can pick up from the store. So you would just order online, and then they'll gather all the groceries that you want, and then just drop it off to your car. or you can, so the good thing about pickup is that there's no service fee, but you have to, which may be less convenient for some people versus like just getting it delivered to your door. So Ralph's also provides delivery, where a third-party partner picks your groceries and then delivers it from your local store. So the problem with this is that there might be less selections depending on what's available at your local store, but it does drop it off at your door, so there's no contact with other people, and it can arrive to your door as soon as like an hour after you place the order. But the service fee is a little high, between $9.95 to $11.95. They have the third option called Ship, which is directly from the Ralph's fulfillment centers, so that there's more options for you to choose from, since it's like from their big warehouse. And you can receive these in 1 to 3 days, which is longer than say if you want to get it delivered in an hour or so. But they do have free shipping for orders over 35. So if you're buying like in bulk and you're buying it ahead of time, this might be a good option for you. So you can learn more about like the details and some specific that I didn't include here by visiting the link at the top. So I'm also going to be going over like how to download it through the App Store and how to use it on your iPhone or iPad. And it's kind of similar if you do it on the website as well. So first, same thing as Instacart, you go to the App Store and you type in Ralph's in the search bar, and then you would select, you would look for their symbol and then click on Get. And then after you download the app, you would go to the app, and then you scroll down to the home page to choose your shopping option. So you can do in-store, pickup, delivery, or ship. And then it'll tell you to sign in. If this is your first time using the app, then you have to sign in or create an account. And then at the bottom, they would have an arrow, and then it says if you want to, it would confirm if you wanted pickup or delivery or ship. And then, so this one, they got the nearest store wrong, so I had to go in and change the store to the closest one near me. So you would click on change store, and then you just put in your zip code or your address, and then they'll find the closest store near you. And also you can if you change your mind and you wanted to do delivery instead of pickup, you can just select that as well. So I chose to do pickup because I thought that would be the easiest, and it's also free and no service fee. So then afterwards, you can start shopping. So you can search the products in the search bar. That would be the easiest way if you know exactly what you want. And also you can look through their tabs, discover their products, so you can just scroll through and see what you would like. And they also have weekly ads, as well as the savings page. And if you want to go look at like the categories of shopping, then you can go on shop, and then they have all these categories that you can click through. So I decided to buy onion. So then you can click on the onion, and then depending on how many you want, you click on the plus or minus button, and then it automatically puts the amount of product that you want, and then it puts it directly into the cart. So then you just continue to add items into your cart until you're ready to check out. So you would click on the last tab, which is this shopping cart icon. And then, so I have toilet paper and an onion in my cart, and I'm ready to check out. So you click on the checkout pickup button at the bottom. And then you make sure that you're choosing the right service that you want. So pickup, make sure that you check the right pickup address. So you're going to the correct store to pick up your groceries. And then lastly, you pick a time and date to schedule your pickup time. So you can just go, for example, I picked Sunday, May 24th, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. So you can go to the store at any time between those two times, and then they would have the groceries already and picked out for you. So you don't have to go into the store and pick up everything yourself. So they also have the option to allow substitutions on out of stock items. So sometimes these items would get out of stock in the local stores. So you can choose other substitutions just in case they run out of those before you get them. And also you can add special instructions for whatever you want. So for the onions, I put pick fresh and bigger onions, please. So you can tell them specifically what kind of what you want, and then they'll try their best to pick depending on what you like.
I use that a lot when I use Instacart from Vaughn's. It's
really?
very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can tell them what exactly you want.
Great.
Yeah, and then lastly, you put your credit card or debit card information, and then you're ready to place your order. Okay.
So really quick, one of our attendees in the chat mentioned that there's another site or another app called Shipped. Looks like that's similar to Instacart. So there are several of these. You guys can check them out. These are some of the most popular. So yeah, and then it also looks like Target has good delivery service according to this is an attendee. So thank you for that. Alrighty, so Sarah and Nicholas covered ordering groceries and produce from local stores near you. I'm going to be going over meal delivery. So this is actual full meals that are prepared for you. And there are several apps that do this. So two of the most popular ones are Grubhub and Uber Eats. You may have also heard of DoorDash, and there are a couple others as well. So really quick, if you've heard about these, could you please raise your hand? Okay, awesome, great. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and get started with Grubhub. Okay, so first we'll go over how to install this app, again, from the App Store. So you'll type in Grubhub, and the icon that will pop up right here, marked by number 2, this is the one you will select, so you'll hit Get right here. And then once you open the app, if you've never used it before, you'll see the screen where you'll hit Let's Go. And then over here, you can fill in your current location. So the reason you want to do this is that it will show you all the restaurants closest to you. And these will be the best ones for you to order from. So it's very useful to put in your current location. And then once you do that, you're welcome to this screen in which you have a set of restaurants that are nearby to you. So yeah, you'll be welcome to this screen. You can see my address at the top here. This is my USC address, and I see all the restaurants that are near me. And it's awesome to go through this list and see everything that's close by. So there's specific information you can see about these restaurants too, including its name, the ratings that it has, and how long the delivery will take. Alrighty, and in addition to those restaurants that are recommended to you, you can also search for your specific cravings. So if I'm craving pizza, which I am right now, I could type in pizza, and it would pop up with a list of all the restaurants that actually sell pizza, and these also happen to be close to me, so they're very convenient. So if you can see this list here, every one of those restaurants does sell pizza. And another way to search is by cuisine. So let's say I have no idea what I want. I just want to look for a cuisine that I might be interested in. I can select this tab here called cuisines, and it will show me all the top categories. Here are a few of them. There's national picks, which seem like they're the most popular picks. Lunch special, sandwiches, Asian cuisine, salads, American vegetarian, etc. So if you click on one of those, your feed will be filtered according to your selection. And then there's another way to refine your feed, which is by clicking on this button called refine, and you can mark what your desired rating is and your desired price range. So if I only want to see 5-star restaurants, I can select all of these 5 stars. But it's usually nicer to just leave this open so you can see a wide range of restaurants and then later look at the rating. You can also adjust the price range. So there's $1 sign restaurants, $2 sign, and it gets more expensive the more dollar signs you add. So you can, someone had a question. Get plus. So that's, I think it was called GH plus. So that's Grubhub plus. I'll be talking about that in a little bit. It's basically their service that you can sign up for, which will get you free delivery and a couple other perks. And you pay $9.99 a month to subscribe to that. So I'll be touching on that a little bit later. And then, yeah, you can adjust a couple other things here, such as curbside pickup, coupons, etc. Next slide, please. Okay. And then here are some other perks. So this is one awesome thing about Grubhub that some of the other apps don't have. If you click on the perks tab here, it tells you what some of the restaurants near you offer. So it looks like Taco Bell and KFC right now have free delivery, which is awesome because delivery can sometimes range between a couple dollars to $5-6. And it looks like Carl's Jr., CPK, and a couple other restaurants also have $10 off, which is also great. So it's always important to look at this tab to see if you can get any perks before ordering. Okay, so now that we've gone over kind of the general overview of Grubhub, we can go over how to actually sign up for an account. And it's important to sign up for an account so that they can remember what some of your favorite foods are, what your favorite restaurants are, and they can keep track of your credit card information so you can make orders again in the future. So here you're going to hit sign in. And since I don't already have an account, you will hit, you will come to this screen here where it says create a Grubhub account. You can just create it with your email and then you create a new password and then you can go ahead and create your account. So now we have a Grubhub account. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my payment information right now. Like I mentioned, it's good to do this and save it onto the app so that you don't have to keep inputting your credit card number over and over every time you make a purchase. So if you just put it in and save it into the app, it will be set there. And Grubhub, Uber Eats, all these apps are very secure. They have made sure that your information will not be used with malicious intent. So I can confidently say that you can put in your information and feel secure on this app. So to do that, you hit My Grubhub at the bottom here, the bottom of the app. It brings you to this screen. And then you can click Add New Payment. And then once you have that, it'll prompt you to select a payment type, either credit card, PayPal, Venmo, etc. I went ahead and clicked credit card. And then you can enter all your credit card information and then save it to the app. And now let's talk about actually ordering food, my favorite part. So here I found, I was scrolling through my list and I found a restaurant that I like, Thai by Trio. I can click on the restaurant anywhere within this red box and it will take me to the restaurant's page over here on the right. So there are a couple things I can see here. I see the address and make sure it's near me. I can see the ratings. It has pretty good ratings, so I feel confident about ordering from here. There's also reviews, so if you'd like to read the reviews about this restaurant, that's available. And then my delivery time is 55 to 65 minutes from when I order. So this is another important thing to look at. You need to make sure that you're available during this window so that you're at home when they're delivering your food. And then below you can start to see all the menu items from the restaurant, what you would normally see on their paper menus at the restaurant themselves. So so now, let's say I want a pad CU. I can select on this item right here, and it will bring me to this screen where I can customize my item. First off, I can see exactly what they're putting in the item. So I see the flat noodles, eggs, broccoli in a sweet soy sauce. I can adjust the quantity. So if I wanted more than one, I can press the plus sign right next to the one right there. And then I can choose a style for my item. So some options are chicken, beef, tofu, etc. And all the prices are listed right next to them. So I selected tofu. And then there's this other button at the bottom called special instructions. This is, again, if you want to ask them for anything special, such as I would like only fried tofu, or I am vegetarian, can you not put any meat or eggs in my dish, please? And then once you have gone ahead and customized your item, you can click on add to bag. And once you click on add to bag, and you know you're ready to order, you can click on your bag and you see that there's a little symbol there, meaning that there is something in your bag ready to be ordered. So now it's important to review your order, make sure you have everything you wanted. You can add more items if you wish, or if you feel good to go, you can go ahead and review your total, add a tip for your driver if you'd like, and then double check the location that you're getting it delivered to. You want to make sure that it's to your house, not to anywhere else. Here you can also opt for contact-free delivery, just like Instacart had. If you do this, your driver will just simply drop off your food at your door, and there will be no contact between you and the driver, which is very important to do right now. You can specify your drop-off location. So let's say you're in an apartment, you can ask them to drop it off in the lobby, or if you want to meet them outside, you could say, hey, could you drop it off right outside my apartment? I will come out and grab it from there. You can opt for notifications based on where your driver is, or if they've arrived and already delivered your thing. So I have here opted for text me. So whenever the driver arrives, I'll get a text saying, hey, your food is here. Come meet your driver. And finally, just review the order, make sure you have everything you need, and you can place your order. And once you place your order, you can track your order all the way until it is delivered to your house. You can do this through a map that Grubhub provides. So you'll see exactly where your driver is, how far they are, when they are going to reach, and you have the contact information of your driver. So if you're worried that he might have gotten lost, or that they haven't arrived to your place yet when they were supposed to, you can give them a call or a text and ask them where they are. So that'll be a good way to contact your driver. Alrighty, so that was Grubhub. Uber Eats, another app, is very similar, but I'm gonna go over it because this is my favorite app. So we're gonna go through how to download this once again. So you'll type in Uber Eats in your app store, and you'll get the app. And once you open the app, a lot of you may already have Uber accounts, so that's the service in which you can call a taxi cab. If you already have an Uber account, you can choose to link this account to that, and if you do that, you'll get all the credit card information and all your other information that you've inputted into Uber into this app, which is a great option. But if you want to start from scratch and create a new account, you can do that too. So you can just hit the skip button at the top. You can agree to the terms of use and privacy policy by hitting next. And then I would highly recommend allowing them to use your location only while using the app so that you're not being tracked otherwise. So you can do that. And then, so they grabbed my current location, they have that. And again, we have a feed in which you have all the restaurants nearby to you. So you can scroll through this and see what's nearby to you. Uber Eats has a very similar layout. They have the top categories in which you have different cuisines, Mexican, Italian, pizza, desserts. And then if you select any one of them, they show you that restaurants that pertain to that specific selection. So when I searched for Italian, you can see that I have Italian restaurants that have popped up, Amante, Pizza, Il Fico, etc. And you can go through and select one of those restaurants. You can also filter your feed according to your own preferences. So like the previous app, you can filter it by rating, by delivery time, and by most popular. You can also filter it by your dietary needs. So if I only wanted to see vegetarian restaurants or vegan restaurants, you can select those. They've got gluten-free, halal, and allergy-friendly as well. So that's a great option. And then you can also filter by price range. So same thing, the dollar signs, and you can. So we'll go ahead and add our payment information here again as well, just like Grubhub. So you go to your account, select payment, and add in your credit card information. Very useful to have this again because it'll make your ordering very quick and smooth. So now let's go over ordering a meal from the Uber Eats app. So let's say I'm craving California Pizza Kitchen right now. I'm going to search for it, and it will show me 2 of the locations that are nearby to me. I'll go ahead and select the first one since that's closer. I come here and I see that it has a 45 to 55-minute delivery, which is perfect. It has a $5.99 delivery fee, which is quite on the expensive side for the delivery fees, but I think there is a promotion that this restaurant has, so I'll come across that later. And then I can go through and look through the menu. So you'll see the same menu here again for California Pizza Kitchen. So I'm going to order a Thai crunch salad. So I select on that. And then I have 2 options here, either half or full. I go ahead and select the full. Customize this item so you can give special instructions here once again. And once you're ready to add this to your cart, you can hit add one to your cart. After that, I can go ahead and review my order. So double check my delivery address, delivery time, the option of whether I want to meet my driver at the door, whether I want to ask them to leave it at the door, or whether I want to meet them outside. Review my order, check for promotions. So yeah, this is the promotion I was speaking about. It's spend $15 for a $0 delivery fee. So since I've spent $15, I will be getting a $0 delivery fee. And then I can support my driver with a tip, and then finally place my order for delivery. And then once I do that, I can track my order using the Uber Eats map, which is awesome. It shows you exactly where the driver is through this little card that you can see on the map here. It'll show you where they are and what route they're following, which is awesome. It tells you exactly how far they are. So right now, according to this, he's 7 minutes away. It tells you his name and the car that they are in so that you can look out for that car when they get nearby to you. And again, you have a way to contact them. They give you their cell phone number so you can call or text your driver. And then Uber Eats also has this way to go and look at your past orders and your favorites. So by clicking on past orders, you'll see what you've ordered before. You'll see your full receipt if you want that, or you can click this reorder button in order to order from that restaurant again, which is a really nice option. And then your favorites, this is according to them, these are the restaurants that I've ordered from the most. So they consider these my favorites and they display all of it in one list in case I want to go back to any of them again. So a lot of text, but some quick tips about these 2 services. It's important to check both apps for promotions, delivery times, and delivery fees before ordering in order to make sure you're getting the best deal. So sometimes one of the apps will have all their delivery fees waived. So you might want to go order from that app instead. And then, like I said, Grubhub has a lot of perks of $10 off, other coupons. So it's important to go check that as well. So here's Grubhub Plus, also known as GH Plus. It's their subscription. So if you become an avid user, I'd highly suggest looking into the subscription. It basically is a $9.99 per month service in which you will get unlimited free delivery and 10% cash.
Yeah, you started breaking up a little bit, and then I think we lost you completely.
You can see the slide though.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure who's controlling the slides right now.
I think Sarah is.
Sarah? Okay. Well, then Sarah can
I'm
make,
controlling this. So I guess some Wi-Fi cut off. So I guess I can continue. Yeah, so she talked about how you and your friend can get 20% off if you invite a friend to use Uber Eats. And also the option to have your driver for non-contact delivery is very nice, and I've used this multiple times just to make sure that there's minimal contact between you and others. And also make sure you wipe down your bags and heat up your food after delivery if you can. That will really help get rid of any viruses that might have gotten on the food as well. And finally, support your favorite local restaurants during this difficult time, and make sure to thank your delivery drivers. So yeah, so next slide. So Nick is going to talk to us about ordering directly from your favorite restaurant in order to support them.
So I'll cover this really quick. It's pretty basic. So I just have 3 bullet points here. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to find your favorite restaurant, whether that be local or some distance away, and you're going to find their phone number. You're going to call and place an order. And usually a lot of restaurants right now, they might in the past have not done delivery, but now with what's going on, they might be doing delivery. Or a lot of restaurants right now have what's called curbside pickup. So you can call in and say you want this, this, and this, and then they'll give you an estimated time when it would be ready. And you can go drive up, and they have like designated parking spots, and they'll come and bring out the food to you. So there's limited person-to-person contact, which is really important right now. So you can either call and place an order for your favorite restaurant, or you can use one of the ordering apps that Sonali had covered previously. And pretty much they'll either deliver it to you, or you can go and pick it up, as I mentioned, for the curbside pickup. And it's pretty basic. The main part is just basically finding out where you want to eat, and then being able to locate their phone number and their contact information, and having the means to get to the restaurant if they're not delivering. And I believe that is all.
That's great.
Do you guys have any questions?
I had a question about Grubhub. Is it possible, do you have to use the app on your phone, or can you also do it on your regular computer? I know with Instacart, I can see Instacart on my regular big screen computer or on my phone. And I wondered if that was true with Grubhub too.
So Grubhub also has a website just like that, so you can look at it on your computer and order from there and everything. So same functionality.
Do you know about Uber Eats?
Uber Eats, I'm not sure, but let me do a quick search.
Uber Eats is the same online as well.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
look at the app, and it looks like it's the same as well. Yeah.
I love the option, you know, for visualization, because I have a really big screen monitor. And I found when I use Instacart, actually, if I go take a walk in the neighborhood while my Instacart order is being prepared, they text me on my phone, so I can look at my iPhone and talk to them while I'm out walking.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can come back and look on my big screen, and it shows what things they've shopped already, and if they have any questions. I love it. It's great.
I can go ahead and put the websites for Uber Eats and Grubhub in the chat too, so you have reference.
Thank you.
The texting option is pretty good. The texting up here, excuse me, is pretty good, because sometimes they don't have exactly what you're looking for, and so they'll text you and say, do you want this, or no substitutions?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think all the services have that. I know Instacart and Postmates and some of those do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible when you order from a restaurant that they will take your card information over the phone when you do the order so that you don't have to exchange, put in, give a card when you arrive to pick up.
Yes, that's possible as well. Usually you can just
Well,
ask.
is it common? Is it common
Yeah,
among the restaurants?
it is pretty common, yeah. You can usually just tell them on the phone that you'd like to give it to them over the phone.
This is Jeanette. Would you mind unsharing your screen for a minute so that we can see everybody? That would be great.
Yeah.
I have a question about what do people typically do about tipping? Because sometimes it's free delivery, sometimes they just charge, and sometimes it gives you an option to tip. And I'm just wondering what your thoughts are about that and what people are typically doing.
So some of the restaurants on Uber Eats and Grubhub, they have a service fee. That service fee is typically gone towards tipping because there's somebody actually coming and delivering it to you. That's the service fee. If they don't, I usually will put in a tip. But a lot of college students, including myself, I've seen usually do not tip because the service is already pretty expensive. With the service fee, the delivery fee sometimes, etc. So a lot of times you won't see students tipping, but it's always nice to. And you can opt to tip a specific amount too, so that's up to you.
Yeah, a lot of the services give you a range of tips, and you can say, this amount, this amount, and this amount. And I generally tip the drivers because they deserve it.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're using so I'm not sure how many of those that are on the call have apps in their cell phone or very many apps. But I'm curious about the difference between, for example, I have a Ralph's app. I have a Target app. And so if I decide that I want to go shopping on the Ralph's app, then whatever delivery is connected to that particular grocery store would then be used. So it's sort of like, which comes first? The place where you want to shop and that app, or, for example, Instacart? I mean, what would be your recommendation?
I think I would use the the specific stores instead of Instacart because they do have a pretty high delivery cost that you have to pay. So if you can do pickup, I would suggest doing pickup since that is free, and you're also minimizing the exposure when you're going out to grocery shop. But if you have to do delivery, I think like supporting the stores directly would be better, especially if you can find everything already in the store, and you can choose where you want to buy from.
So
yeah, I would agree with what Sarah said. I think from personal preference, obviously use whatever you're more comfortable with. So let's say you're more comfortable, you've been using the Ralph's app for a lot longer, then stick to what you know, and it'll be a lot less confusing. And I think Sarah also mentioned with the Ralph's app that you can take advantage of some of the promotional offers that they have, whereas Instacart, you're not going to be getting any of those promotional offers. It's the price that's on there is the price you're going to pay. There's not going to be any discounts. You can't, if you're a Ralph's member and you're going to get X amount off of your produce or something, you're not going to get those same benefits on the Instacart app as well. And using the direct app, I think, is also more beneficial because you eliminate that third party that has to pick up and deliver the items, as opposed to somebody from Ralph's that would be taking the produce, or from Target delivering the items directly to you. You can deal specifically with that company, whether it be Target, Ralph's, Walmart, whatever, instead of having to go through Instacart, locate the driver, and then get back to whatever store you're looking for.
One thing on that point, if you do use Instacart, which is not my favorite, but I believe if you're a member of Instacart, you can shop from 2 or 3 stores at the same time. In other words, it's something that Ralph's has, and then there's something specifically you want from Trader Joe's. You can do both on the same order. You can say, give me this from Ralph's and this from Trader Joe's and this from,
Oh, yeah.
if you want to.
Yeah, I think that's a good part about Instacart, how it gathers all these stores so you can choose from any store that you want.
Yeah, I've had better delivery from other services than Instacart, but it's still pretty good.
Instacart slowed way down at the beginning of the sequestering, but actually the last month, 4 weeks, the last 2 times I've ordered, they've been within 1 or 2 hours. So it's been great. Also, I should mention on Instacart, I've used it so long because I was stuck at home with the surgery. I don't remember how I signed up for it, but I see all my Vons Club specials. I usually shop at Vons, my local Vons store, and actually I could write in there which aisle I know to go down to find a certain thing that I want. And I see all the sale items, and maybe at one point I had to put in my Vons Club card number. I don't remember.
Yeah.
So when I sign on to Instacart, it sends me to Vons, and then I can click on the stores and I can go buy something, a couple things I want to get from Smart and Final, for instance. I sometimes shop at different stores.
I asked the grocery. I was at the grocery the other night in person, and I asked them if the drivers put in my Ralph's card number, and they said they don't. Because with Ralph's card, you get gasoline discounts and things like that, and so I basically wanted it all. You want it all put in there.
Well, one of the things that I was concerned about is I really do want to support the local restaurateurs. And I had a very bad experience. I really like the, tender greens. Yeah. And I ordered from them, and the owner and the manager was really great and all that kind of thing. But I never got my order because, but it was Postmates. And a friend of mine ordered sushi from Postmates in a totally different city, and she just went to her restaurant, and all they use is Postmates. So they must have signed up early on or whatever with them.
So where'd your food end up?
We don't know. We have no idea. So the scenario was this.
Did they tell you they sent it out?
They said it. They said it was delivered.
Oh, wow.
I called the manager, and he said, we just don't have, and he offered to give me my food. I was too scared to get in my car by then. Now I'm not. Now I will drive there and have them put it in my trunk, and I'll just, all the money will go to that restaurant. That's how I will do it in the future.
Sure.
My friend called Postmates, was put on hold for 20 minutes, finally got through to the company, and got a full refund.
Oh my gosh.
I had a friend that had the experience of getting a missed delivery. She lived on Orange Grove, and then they delivered her food to Orange Drive and left it. And they weren't being careful about checking. And I believe that was Postmates that did that. I don't know how she resolved it, but I just remember her saying that they didn't look carefully at the address.
Yeah. So it's hard to know. I mean, we're all learning from all.
Yeah.
There is a way on the app. I can try and do some research and figure it out. Once you get your order, and if there's either something wrong with it or if you didn't get the delivery, you can report it right there on the app within that section and within your order, and they'll give you a refund or a credit right away. I ordered a Chick-fil-A sandwich one time, and they accidentally gave me the spicy chicken sandwich instead of the regular one, and I just reported it, and immediately I got a refund within my account. So I'll do some research, and I'll send you guys an email with everybody that has attended, because that does happen fairly often sometimes when you order food. It's just life. Sometimes there's some mistakes in there, but I think Postmates, Grubhub, and Uber Eats are all very considerate in that aspect, where they just give a refund because they want their customers to keep coming back. But
I think you're right, because that's what early on, I did not get a refund, but my friend was very persistent, and she waited and made sure she got her refund. I just gave up. It wasn't that big of an order. So, but definitely that's a good idea. And for those of you that have been faithful people that have been coming to these weekly Zoom sessions, because we are going to be having special speakers, it's not always going to be just intergenerational conversations and whatnot. We've started a process where we're trying to do some kind of a registration for each of the different speakers. You're on our email distribution list, so you're going to get an email saying come anyway, so you're going to know what it is, and you're going to get the username and the password. But the reason for the registration is so that we can capture the demographics for my boss. And so what we do is an annual report. We say how many people have come to our events, who they are that comes to the events, and it makes it easier for the Emeriti Center to keep the budget going and pay the salaries of our students and whatnot. So even though we're virtual, it still costs us to do different things. So that's why you're going to get registration links, and we're going to ask you to fill them in.
Before we get to the end of the session, I wanted to ask about something. It slightly varies from the topic, but I'm a big advocate of senior citizens using Alexa. And I'd like to see even the students might want to look into a research project on this. For something is talking in the background, but anyway, I said the word Alexa and Alexa lit up. I have like all the lights in my apartment set on Alexa, and I can say, Alexa, turn on the living room light if I get it in the middle of the night to go to the kitchen or something like that. And I think for people that are at home, and especially seniors that are not very mobile, that they should do, it'd be very good to have a research project on what you can do with having Alexa, because you can tell Alexa to play KUSC and it'll start playing music, you know. And
you can also have Alexa call your emergency contacts, or even call
there's a lot it can do for people that are basically locked in at home, you know. And I'd love to see a research project, or see these students maybe look into the you know, a sort of a senior seminar on the things that Alexa can do for you, because it's very, very, you know, I use it a lot just because I'm lazy, but nonetheless, it's a very wonderful service. And you know, if you're there by yourself, it's very good to just sit there, you know, let it take over you.
Yeah,
I've been curious about it myself.
Yeah, and Google too. You know,
Google is the same thing, I think.
It's the same thing. It's the same technology. My daughter actually bought me for my Mother's Day birthday present a portal, which I didn't even know what that was. But again, I can attach Alexa to it. But it's a way for my grandchild to be able to call me, like FaceTime kind of thing. And it follows you. It follows you around the room, which I thought was like Big Brother watching you. It was a little bit much, but you know, I live alone too. If I fall, I don't have my cell phone on me, and I'm not wearing one of those things around my neck, I can actually yell and say to Alexa, no matter where I am in my apartment, and have her call someone for me.
So how do you put all that information into this Alexa thing? I mean, she doesn't know that automatically.
Yeah, it's very,
your phone numbers and all that stuff into the.
Victor's very simple. Yeah, you have an Alexa app on your computer, and you tell it, like mine, I can tell it where the different lights are and all that. And it's really fairly simple. And one other thing they have is very handy, that Amazon sells for less than $10 a microwave that connects to Alexa. You can say, Alexa, cook my breakfast, and it'll turn on the microwave.
It's great.
So again, so we are at 3:00, and these are great ideas. And there's technology for older adults as well as for all of us, all these generations. So any recommendations that you have on things that you would like to know, our GeroTech students as well as the Emeriti Center students are willing to help people figure some of this stuff out if you decide you want to do it. And so they can call you on the phone and help you go through some of this stuff. So again, we're just so happy to have you. And we thank you so much for the presentation today and also for the hard work our Emeriti Center students are doing as well. And wish you all safety, good health, and happiness. And we hope to see you again next Friday. This time we'll have, I believe, ITS will be giving a presentation for security.
Okay, thanks, folks.
Good.
Thank you.